Hi, it's Ileana here. So I got to see something very interesting yesterday on August 29th. In the video I had said it was August 28th, but it was August 29th actually. And what that was a geomagnetic storm emitted by the sun. So basically it was sort of, when I researched it, it said it could be a geomagnetic storm or a solar sunstorm. This was a G1 class storm, so it was minor, but the sun was emitting a lot of energy from the corona still. So what I got to see was suddenly the blue sky turned purple. The sun became this bright reddish yellow tint, and then it was turned pink purplish, and the sky went ultraviolet and then had this hue of brownish blue as well. So it was turning all these different weird colors. And this lasted for like 2 hours. The sun doing this and the sky being these weird colors. And I'm in Kelowna, BC right now. So I'm high up in the mountains. So I suspect I got to see this because I'm up on a ridge. I'm in Black Mountain right now, high on a ridge. So that's why I got to see this, because I was close to this event. Now I had no idea what it was. I thought it might have been another eclipse or something, but it wasn't. It was a geomagnetic storm. Now I'd never seen this before. I'd never seen the sun turn purple, pink, red, this fiery yellow. Never seen the sky turn purple, violet, brownish blue. That was the weirdest thing I've ever witnessed. But then I realized towards the middle of this event that it had to be some kind of a solar event activity happening with the sun. So this is what it was, and I did check yesterday the space weather, and I've checked it again today, so it has more information about what happened yesterday, and that it's been extended from August. It actually was happening somewhat August 28th. So I wasn't completely wrong on that, but I couldn't see that. Now it's been extended from August 28th until September 1st. And yesterday when I was looking at the space weather, it didn't have this much detailed information. It just said that it was a G1 minor geomagnetic storm and nothing else. Today it says that it's G1 minor watch for the 31st August and 1st September. Minor geomagnetic storm watch in effect. Most likely area of aurora extent to the vicinity of the green line. So it's basically going through Canada and some of the states. And it says that it's a G1 minor geomagnetic storm watch is now in effect for the 31st August and 1st September 2017. The G1 watch was issued in anticipation of increasing solar wind speeds from a coronal hole high-speed stream, HSS. The combination of elevated solar wind speeds and anticipated total interplanetary magnetic field strengthening is likely to result in periods of G1 storming beginning as early as 31st August. Keep checking our SWPC website for additional updates and forecasts. So that's what it has right now. This is the update. So on a scale of geomagnetic storms, G1 is minor. It's nothing huge. But if you happen to see the sun suddenly turn red, like this fiery red yellow, then pinkish purple, and the sky changes color to pink purple, then brownish blue, something is happening on a solar level, probably with the sun. And if it suddenly becomes very hot, like crazy hot, it's some kind of a solar event. Because prior to 4 p.m., it wasn't that hot in Kelowna, and then it suddenly heated up like crazy to about 35 degrees, from 28 to 35 degrees all of a sudden. It wasn't hard to breathe for me, but it was just eerie. This has never happened before to me, and I've always lived kind of like beside the ocean, in British Columbia. So I've never seen this before, like ever. Like I've seen phenomenon, I've seen UFOs at night, and I've seen a blood red moon, and that's an indication of fires. Like I've seen that in Surrey and in Kelowna when we've had fires here, but I've never seen a solar event. Like, I mean, we had the eclipse on the 21st of August, but you know, the sky was still blue on that day. I did go out on the balcony. I didn't watch the solar eclipse itself on the 21st, but I did go out and I meditated under the balcony awning. So I did see what was happening to the sky. It was still blue. It did become a dark blue for a couple of minutes during the eclipse, but then it went to fully blue again with no shadow. This time, during this geomagnetic storm, it was like both day and night at the same time. It was like really white, intense white, and then brown, blue, purple, pink. Like my environment around me changed. The sky changed. The plant colors changed. And I tried my best to get it recorded in the video, and sometimes it shows up. But I only have a cell phone, so I did the best I could, and I also took some pictures so you guys can see, and I posted both my video about it, video footage of the event itself, and the pictures that I took of the sun in my environment around me. There was a lot of orbs as well. So I think a lot of beings were observing this event, because all the pictures that I took yesterday of my environment, there was a lot of orbs. And a few days prior to this geomagnetic storm, I also was taking pictures of the half moon, and there was a lot of orbs near the moon and near the trees. So it's like the beings were already watching what would happen during this event. And I think they wanted to see my reaction to this. Because I had no idea what this was. Again, no idea. It was like totally... I looked like an idiot in the video. I was like, is this another eclipse? Is this a solar event? What is this? I'm like, oh my God, I've never seen this before. Oh my God, this is beautiful. This is eerie. This is crazy. It's wacky, and it's interesting. So I kept on saying those things in the video. Now I know what this is. Like I've known about solar events. Like I've studied that in school. I know what a solar flash is, in theory. And I also know what a geomagnetic storm is in theory. I also watched Outer Limits, where they actually described what a solar flash event would look like if the sun ejected massive energy from its corona, if the CMEs were ejected from the corona. So I actually seen this event on Outer Limits in one of their episodes. But I didn't connect 2 and 2 together when I saw the geomagnetic storm yesterday. And it was similar to what I saw in the Outer Limits. So I should have, 2 and 2 should have clicked together, but it didn't. I just recently moved to Kelowna, so I've been really busy with the house and everything. So it just didn't click. My mom just yelled at me, "Come outside. There's something happening with the sun. It's turning reddish yellow and then pink, and it's switching off quickly, these colors. And then the sun is going away and reappearing. Something weird is going on. You really need to see this. Take some pictures, document this, because this is your kind of thing. This is what you do." So she's like, "Get out here. Get the camera. Get the video out. Do this. Like, you need to record this because this is something we've never seen before." So I actually did it. And all of my weird reactions are in the video. It's like 18 minutes of video, and it's at different parts of when the event started and when it was kind of over. So you get to see all of my reactions. And I was doing the video, then taking the pictures, then doing video again. And then I also recorded what happened after the sun went down, because the colors were still eerie. This purple, brown, and changing the colors in the sky. And the planes were still flying. So over the ridge line of the mountain. So I just got some of that on footage. And I'm happy I did, because now I'll know what the signs are if a really huge solar flash event will happen. And my spirit guides also were advising me to seek higher ground, because I was living on close to ocean level, on lower ground. And now I'm on higher ground. I'm away from the ocean and in the mountains. So they were telling me to seek higher ground. And I had no idea why. I guess, and I was looking for a sign or a symbol, like, why the heck did I move to Kelowna all of a sudden? I had no plans to live in Kelowna. But suddenly I moved. There was just something about Kelowna that was calling me. And I guess this is one of the signs. I was meant to witness this event. I was meant to chronicle it, to investigate what it was, to do some research on it, and to talk about it, and to be a witness to it, to record it, to take some pictures of it, and to talk about it. So there it is. There's part of the reason why I moved to Kelowna, to be on higher ground, to see these interesting space weather changes on a more up close and personal level. Now, psychically, I didn't really feel anything during the geomagnetic storm. I guess I was focused on what was happening around me. Physically, environmentally. I was just feeling all that stuff and recording the event. But during the solar eclipse on August 21st, I did get a lot of psychic impressions, like a lot. And I wrote it all down, and then I did a video about it. So I wasn't drawn towards taking pictures of the solar eclipse. I just knew there was going to be something else involved. I just knew there was going to be something else. Psychically, I knew that a couple of days later something else would happen. So that there was going to be another event where I should take pictures, and that was the geomagnetic storm. I had no idea it would be this. I just concentrated and followed my intuition, like, don't take pictures of the solar eclipse on August 21st. There would be something down the road later, like towards the end of August, and this was the geomagnetic storm. So, and I put my energy towards documenting the geomagnetic storm, which I'm glad I did. I actually took pictures of the sun. I looked at the sun because for what was recommended for the solar eclipse was not to look at the sun without the special glasses, not to take pictures of it without having a special filter on the camera because it could wreck the camera possibly. So I actually took that advice and didn't take pictures of the sun then, but that advice went out the window yesterday. I was like, the sun is changing colors, the sky is changing colors, my physical environment is changing colors. It's like night and day at the same time. So I'm like, I need to document this. This is like really eerie and cool at the same time. So I went ahead and documented it. I took the pictures, I took the video, full gamut, and my cell phone survived, my camera survived, my DSLR camera survived. So, if you are psychically or intuitively attuned to actually chronicling something, an event, you should. If it feels right, you should chronicle it. You should document it and investigate it. Because it's interesting and these things don't happen every day. So it's good to be educated about this stuff. It's good to know what's going on. And now I do. And in the future, if something happens like this, I will know the signs in the sky. That it's a geomagnetic storm or a solar sunstorm, which is even, those are even bigger than the geomagnetic storm. There's degrees of these storms that the sun goes through. So this was just a G1, but it could be bigger. So this is my little report on what I witnessed yesterday. And I'm glad I did. So thank you and namaste.